All right, here we go. So what's up eating? Let's see. All right, how we looking? We look good. We're on. Let's see. We should be good. All right. Here we are. We're going to be talking some House of the Dragon as well as DC. So a lot's happened over the course of this few months. We've had a whole season of House of the Dragon, which is epic. It's amazing. One of the best shows currently on television. Let's see. All right. Definitely one of the best shows currently on TV. It has perfect, not perfect. I don't think anything's perfect, but I think the visual effects are brilliant. I think the casting was done unbelievably. Sorry, I'm a little out of it today. Long weekend, but yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot to talk about. So overall, House of the Dragon had a lot of things going for it in my eyes. It had, of course, as I mentioned, the visuals. I think the writing is it's unbelievable. You can tell George plays a huge, a pretty big role, I would say, with the writing process. He's just the man. He's just the man. He needs to finish wins a winner, right? Because come on, I don't know how he hasn't yet. But he says he's 75% of the way done. Let's hope. Cross those fingers. Yeah. For me, some huge standouts were both the actresses who played Rhaenyra and Olivia Cook. I thought was brilliant as Alicent Hightower. I think that's a great actress. I just think they casted well. When you look at the young Rhaenyra and you look at the young Alicent and you look at their older versions, I'm like, wow, you all went stupid with the casting. And of course, Matt Smith is the man in this show. I adore Matt Smith as Daemon Targaryen, an absolute mule and a monster actor in this show. And then of course Viserys, I thought was honestly brilliant. I thought he was perfect. I thought he might have been my favorite character of the show. Him and young Rhaenyra and Daemon, and then of course Aegon's sick too. But yeah, the show starts off pretty tame for the most part, but you can tell it's oh, stuff's gonna go down, people, and it's cool. It's cool. I mean, I like the actor who plays Viserys a lot. I think in the book, I haven't really read it, but I've read a lot of I've seen a lot of videos on House of the or not House of Dragon, but the Dance of Dragons, right? And it's I know Viserys was a little bit more one-dimensional, I'd say. Yeah, in the book, but then I can't remember his name. I think it's Patty who plays Viserys. He was just a monster in the show. That his last episode where Viserys dies. I'm like, holy cow, your acting is unbelievable. Him walking up to his throne and then he drops his crown and he's just struggling out. He has the gold mask on. I think the gold mask was sick. But let's see what else. What else? There's a lot. There's a good amount to be said about this show. So I think I might be coming down a little something, so that's why my voice might be a little. And I don't think I have the energy, but it's just long. You know how it is. It's Halloween weekend, but I wish there were more people in here. I'd like to talk about how their Halloween plans are going. I'm sure a lot of people probably went out yesterday. Like probably hung out with fam or friends or whatever, right? Um, I had a blast. I had a real good time. I was basically lived in my friend's house for like the whole weekend. So I didn't want to go home once. I didn't shower until today. And then I was literally just James McGill the whole time. It was brilliant. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I can find. Wow. Sorry, my buddy just texted me. I know I lost my train of thought. Yeah, just told me all the Jack in the Boxes are gonna be closing up here soon. So it sucks. It sucks. But I mean, try to stay away from fast food as much as possible. But you know, I'm human. Um, but yeah, well, House of the Dragon. Again, the big standouts to me was Olivia Cook as Alicent, Matt Smith's Damon. I really like the guy who plays Aemond as well. I thought he owned every scene he was in, like the older version of him, right? And like that whole last sequence of House of Dragons, like, dude, we gotta wait 2 years for the show to be back. There's no way. But I mean, like, man, where we see like Amy bowling Lucerys, right? Um, it just goes way too far. That's when you know, here's the dance. Here's the dance. Like, dude, but Amon's actor, again, I don't know his name. Like from him taking off his eye patch, he has the sapphire in his eye. I'm like, this is dope. This is dope. And he's so pissed. He's like, I want that eye. And he's like, oh. So then he starts chasing after him on Vagar. Vagar's massive. Like, I swear, some of the technology they have for this show, like I'm pretty sure they have the same stuff as like the Lucasfilm stuff, like for Mandalorian. Same type of technology where it's like it's a green screen, but it's also like it's already running. Like I don't know what it's called, but like that scene, like when they're where they're just they're flying in the sky, right? And it's epic, like just to see like this massive dragon, like just the silhouette above the clouds of this massive thing, the second biggest dragon in the Song of Ice and Fire universe. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's nice to see someone in the chat. Well, not yeah. Oh, dude, hands down, Harris, hands down. Like it looked awesome. Like it's just like Vagar's just a behemoth, just an absolute monster of a dragon. Like, and what I'm thinking, I think they're probably gonna do 4 seasons of the Dance of the Dragons. That's what George said, I think. But I don't think House of the Dragon will be done after that. I think they might transition to a different period because it's called House of the Dragon. It's not called the Dance of Dragons. They could have just went that route, but I like this idea that it's just like you can just constantly you can just go for different time periods. Ooh. Sorry, my connection's a little spotty right now. It would appear. So I hope it's all right. I hope it's recording. Let me know if it's not playing for you, Harris. But I think we should be good. It still says it's live and it's running, so I think we should be okay. But I don't know. But anyway, okay, cool. It just says my connection's unstable, so as long as it's good for you, then it's good for me. But yeah, where I was going with that was like you have Aegon's Conquest, right? I think that'd be sick. What people are thinking, especially since this man, well, he's not gonna have a ton of free time. Because Henry Cavill just he's leaving The Witcher, which is terrible news. I know this is more of like a Warner Brothers video talking about DC and House of the Dragon, right? But I thought this was pretty big news. Well, that's still relevant. Yeah, Henry's back as Superman, so I think that's big plans for him. There's huge plans for him. But now he's no longer doing The Witcher. He's got a little more free time. Again, he's going to be the Man of Steel, you know, so schedule's becoming a little busier. Oh, we lost focus there. But I think he's going to go on. I think there's a good chance he's potentially going to be Aegon the Conqueror, which I think that'd be an epic casting. I saw this one photo earlier. Let's see if I can find it on the phone. Actually, I probably won't do that in case of copyright. But I think Henry would like just be an absolute monster as Aegon. I think it'd be super cool. But in my eyes, like I'd love to see that show, and I'd love to see Henry, of course, as the main character. But I think, yeah, I mean Lizzie, yeah, I love Elizabeth Olsen. I'd like to see her in the Game of Thrones universe as a Targaryen. That'd be pretty dope. But yeah, my thing is with Aegon's Conquest, it's like, shit, like he's just gonna get on Balerion the Black Dread and just tear it up. You know, like it's not even a contest. Like this thing is massive, bigger than Vagar, which is huge. Excuse me. What was that? Where was I gonna go? And eventually, of course, I'd like to see Robert's Rebellion as a future show. Again, I'd like him as King Robert, but I mean, I would want them to go a little bit more accurate with ages because, like, you know, I'm pretty sure Robert was young, so was Ned. So it's like it'd be cool to see Henry as Robert Baratheon, but it just wouldn't make sense at the same time. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Do we have a favorite episode, guys? Whoever's in the chat, in the watching the stream, any ideas of, or not ideas, but like which episode did you happen to like best in House of the Dragon? For me, it's definitely the last episode or the which episode is it? I want to say it's episode 7 or 8. Again, whichever one where it's Viserys' last episode. I think that's one of the best episodes I've seen in any TV show. Like at least recently. The only stuff I can say would probably be better or that has been better than this show as of late is like Stranger Things in my eyes. I thought that show was awesome. But and that last episode is easily the best of one of the best episodes in all of like television. But hey, we're not here to talk Stranger Things. We're talking some House. But let's see. Yeah, okay. The guy played Ned. Yeah, I saw that he was Elrond in Rings of Power. How was that, by the way? To me, it just didn't look that great. Kind of seems a little fan fiction. I'm sure it has some awesome visuals, and I hear the last episode was sick from a ton from like a few people that have watched it. But oh yeah, Viserys' last episode is easily the best. I'm with you all the way, Harris. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Let's say I do like. Yeah, okay, better than expected, but not great. That is what it is, you know. But let's see. Trying to think what I want to hammer out on about House of Dragon before moving on, because I kind of do want to get into DC. I have a lot of thoughts on that. Yeah, House overall, like I think it's an excellent show. I think it was easily the one that was capturing me constantly. Like every episode, I thought was getting better and better. I think the last episode with like the young cast, where it's like the green wedding. I think that episode is awesome. That episode is really cool. But anyway, big fan of it overall. I hope we can I hope we don't have to wait the 2 years, but unfortunately, it's just how it's going to be. Which is it's so unfortunate, but sometimes you gotta be patient for greatness, you know. Like Secret Wars, man. I know this isn't a Marvel stream, but I hate that we have to wait like 3 years now. Like God, but oh well. Yeah, we can shift gears to DC unless anyone has any thoughts on House. You know, again, I think it's pretty darn good show. You know, like with some great acting, and then guys like the standouts to me were Aemon, Damon, and Viserys, and then I think young Rhaenyra. I thought I liked her more. I just like that actress. Think she's cute, and she's now my number one choice to be Spider Gwen. If that ever happens in live action, because I think she would own it. Millie is a very, very talented actress. I think it's the first thing she's ever been in, and I was a huge fan of her from start to finish. But I don't know. I guess for the future, before we go to DC, I'll talk about season 2. But so again, such a powerful scene. Maybe my favorite single scene besides them at dinner in Viserys' last episode, where he's like literally crying basically because like, wow, I'm out of here. But and so besides the Vagar scene as well, just like that's right after it, where like you have Damon just walking like up to Rhaenyra, and you can tell like he wipes away a tear. He's like, I love that kid, and I know my wife is gonna be miserable now. And then her turning around and that look on her eyes, it's like, oh, dude, it is show time. Like it is the dance has begun officially. Um, yeah, season two, I believe, will be pretty epic. Like the fight scenes are gonna be awesome. Like I like the crab episode, like with Damon, like that. I think that was a really good action set piece. There wasn't that much. I came to realize that in the show. Um, but of course, I mean, it's the first season. I mean, first season of Game of Thrones, I don't think had that much action, and it had a good amount of action, but it's just setting the tone for what the universe is like, and I dig it. I love. I think this show, House of Dragon, it captures what Westeros really looks like to me when I imagine it. I mean, I think the Game of Thrones show was great, but I think the set design on this show was epic. Like, and I think like the crab feeder was great. And I think he's perfect amount of screen time for the crab guy. But let's see, where's my thought gone? I had it. Oh well. But yeah, season two is around the corner. The dance is gonna begin, and again, I think the action set pieces are what's gonna be nuts. Like they're trying to get all these dragons, and I'm pretty sure the number for Team Black would be I think 9 dragons, and I think Team Green will only have 3. I could be wrong. But again, Black Adam isn't what you expect it to be. The storytelling was definitely stepping tone for DC films to come. Yeah, I haven't seen it, unfortunately. I've been a little busy. I want to try to get to the theater. I'm hoping Tuesday to see that. Oh yeah, definitely stepping stone for DC films to come. Okay. Um, again, I haven't seen it, but the action looks pretty good in it. It looks kind of Snyder-esque. I don't know how much slow mo there is because again, I haven't seen it, but yeah, I think it looked good. And of course, I've seen the after credit scene. Like I know that spoiler, but I mean it's confirmed that Henry Cavill's back as Superman. He's in that movie, which is huge news. He had honestly this we had a rare thing happen this past week. For 2 days in a row, DC finally like they had a they doubled down. Like they won up Marvel like 2 days in a row with news. Like again, like the Ant-Man trailer. Again, we're not gonna talk that much on Marvel, but I thought the Ant-Man trailer was good, not great. Same with the holiday special for Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that looks fun. I like the Guardians, but it's funny because well, Henry Cavill he confirms like I'm back as Superman. He's looking forward to come. There's obviously a lot of plans for the guy. I think. Um, so I hope it goes well, or I hope we see a lot more of Henry and Ben Affleck's Batman because I think they're moving in that direction. I think they're definitely like, yeah, these are our guys. They play these characters great. I think they're definitely the tone's gonna change a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be like super. I don't think it'll be like MCU. But yeah, also James Gunn's now like the Kevin Feige of DC now called DC Studios, the DCU. So it's like, oh, well, you're just gonna be like Marvel. I'm like, I think the DCEU is a fine name. I don't know what, but it's a whole different direction now. Um, so my thing is, I'm not huge with the James Gunn news. I'm not a huge fan. Again, I think he makes entertaining movies. I just don't love his like he has a good style, I suppose. I just don't like his writing. But again, if he's just a creative mind guy, he's just like, okay, I want this to happen. I think we need to line up towards this event, like probably Crisis on Infinite Earths. I think that's what's going to happen, um, especially since I think the Flash movie is going to deal with that quite a bit. Um, but we'll see. You know, I just don't want him to James Gunn it. Like again, I think he's going to make some movies, but he's going to most of the time just be the guy. Um, what was I gonna say? But oh yeah, I just don't want every project that comes out to have like the humor like from Peacemaker or Suicide Squad. But I think this means we could potentially see a rated R Ben Affleck Batman movie, which I think would be huge. I think that'd be awesome. But again, it's Batman. I think it'll still sell, but you want a movie with Batman to probably be PG-13. One, you'll probably make a lot more money because not all parents are going to take their kids to see a rated R movie with Batman, which stinks, which is how it's going to be. But um, I'm pretty sure Joe Manganiello said he's coming back as Deathstroke. I don't know if that was confirmed. I believe it was. I think he had a similar thing to like what Henry just did, but then also like I don't know, this was probably a few months back now. Yeah, I agree. I think the Ben Affleck Batman with like versus Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke would be one of the coolest movies ever. Those are two freaking beefcake of men who just can just them just beating the shit out of each other would blow my mind. But yeah, like I don't know what they're doing until after I see the Flash movie. Obviously, Ezra's going to be recast immediately after that movie comes out. Um, that dude's a psycho, but whatever. That's the one thing I think Zach did a little poorly. I liked Ezra's Flash in Justice League, but he's also not my favorite. I'm just not a huge Ezra Miller guy. I never have. But I think compared to like I think all his casting has been pretty dead on. Like, I love Aquaman. Obviously, I love Momoa. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Again, Joe as Deathstroke, and then who else? Of course, Ben and Henry. I think those are some of the best castings for any comic book movie I've ever seen. I think they play those characters near perfectly. But I'm curious who they want to bring on board to do like some big like an actual Justice League movie. I think there's a chance we can get Zach back. Zach back, but I don't see it happening. I would love him to come back, but he did post like in a thing, be like, "Hey, happy to know you're back as Superman, and I look forward to working with you in the near future." I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe they might bring him back for a Man of Steel movie, a Man of Steel sequel." I don't know. I'd like to hope that happens. Probably get some other guy. They're talking about, I think Christopher McQuarrie. I believe that's who they're talking about, who might write this Man of Steel movie, whatever it's called. Um, I think it's gonna be called like probably like Dawn of Hope or Man of Tomorrow. But I look forward to it for sure. But yeah, like I love Henry Cavill's Superman so much. It blows my mind. It sucks that he's not going to be Geralt anymore. Like, that's very tragic news, but I get it. Like he's gonna have a busy schedule now. Lucky him, he got killed off in the Mission Impossible movie. Because otherwise he would probably be in that universe still as well. So he's just gonna be all over the place, especially if he comes into House of the Dragon. That'd be sick. But again, he's gonna be a busy guy. And we have the Aquaman right here, so that's a little fitting for today, huh? But but yeah, I mean, it's kind of like most of the points I want to hit on as like, but I don't know, just James Gunn. I hope it works out all right, but we'll see. Um, he's just not my again. I'm just not a huge fan of his writing. I mean, of course, I like those Scooby Doo movies. I mean, I think he's friends with Zack Snyder. Like at least he says he is. And I don't know how close they are. But I mean, I know James Gunn helped, or he did write Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, yeah. Um, so that's cool. And then of course he did those Scooby Doo movies, which I really like. I'd like to see him. I know he's just in charge of DC, but if he could get another live action Scooby Doo movie in and get the old cast, then it'd be sick. And then the main thing is, it's like James Gunn also talked. I forgot about this. Um, oh, yeah, James Gunn, Harris. I agree. I mean, I favor all. I would say. But yeah, I don't like his recent stuff that much. I thought Peacemaker was okay. Oh, ooh, that'd be sick. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Yeah, if we got Scooby Doo and Batman like live action, that'd be so cool. Imagine Scooby Doo meeting Ben Affleck's Batman. I'd lose my mind. But yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, Peacemaker I thought was okay. I like that intro though, and I like John Cena. I think he has a lot of charisma. I think he's like The Rock in that sense. Like I think he can own a screen, and he's come a long way as an actor. Same with The Rock. Um, but I didn't love it. I thought it was enjoyable though. I just don't like having all these dick jokes in in a DC movie or a show. I've liked the Suicide Squad. I didn't love the Suicide Squad. I thought it was definitely good, not great. Again, it's still like his writing. He's a good film. I think he's a really good actual like director. I just don't like it's how I feel with like Taika Waititi. I think they could make like sick movies. Like if they're just directing. I don't like their writing that much at all. Let's see. He hopes James Gunn is crazy. See, yeah. I think that there's some huge potential to be had with the character of Batman. So we're gonna have the Batman 2 come out probably in like 3, 4 years. Um, we're getting this Joker movie. Hold on, sorry. Sorry about that. The dog was barking up a storm. He's a little goofball. No, but I think there's a lot of potential with Batman. I'm sorry, I was shaking that a little bit. I get these Batman movies with Pattinson, which I mean I like that movie. I didn't love the Batman. I thought it was good. I mean, I like like not the intro, but like that opening dialogue, or that monologue from Pattinson, and then like just that whole montage, and then him kicking some ass for the first time really blew my mind. But I think the ending has like awesome sequences. Yeah, no, I feel like that's not an unpopular opinion. I think a ton of people jerk off that movie, like really jerk it off. But I think it's good. It's just not my favorite. Like I like I like a lot of Batman movies more than that. Actually, I might like Batman Forever more than the Batman. That might be a hot take, a very hot take, but I really like that movie. I liked Val Kilmer as Bruce Wayne and Batman quite a bit, and I really loved Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I would have loved if they like just said screw it and just brought him back to play the Riddler in the Batman. Paul Dano did a great job. I think it would be kind of crazy to see Jim do like a dark, serious tone. It's like it wouldn't matter. He'd just be pretty old, but I think it'd be pretty dope. Um, but anyway, but then we're probably getting I think we're getting a film trilogy for Ben's Batman as well, and then of course we get a Batman Beyond thing. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh man, I love Batman Beyond. That show is so good, and seeing that in live action, how it feel like cyberpunky, and like just with the character of Batman, like Batman Beyond, I like that show is so good. So what are you doing, buddy? He's trying to get a ball or something. Yeah, Terry McGinnis is the man. I love Terry. Terry's awesome. Um, I don't know who I would want to play Terry, but it'd be awesome to see him one of these days. I bet we could see him on in a Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'm sorry, I'm struggling there a little bit. We could see him in that. That'd be a cool intro to him, and then you can start with a whole new series. That's where I would have wanted Michael Keaton to be back as Batman. I think that'd be sick. Also, it'd be cool if they just do old man makeup for Ben Affleck, and he's Bruce, and it's like way in the future. I think that'd be really cool. But like I want him to look like old. I think they could do that quite well, or they just do that at like 20, 30 years from now, which is a long time. But it'd be cool to see Ben Affleck do that one of these days. But again, excuse me. I would love to have Michael Keaton do that. I'd rather him have that role instead of whatever they're doing with him after the Flash. Like who knows? But yeah, just want to know how Halloween was. I hope people had a good time. I don't know if you dressed up, Paris. I went as James McGill. So the hair is more like that this time. So I usually go back now, but yeah. But it was awesome to meet Jimmy. I have his sweatshirt where he went to law school. And I'm telling you, I think it's one of the best shows out there. Better Call Saul. It has one of the best endings of anything I've ever seen. But anyway, we're gonna talk that. But I'd like to see who James Gunn brings on board. Oh, you're a Viking. That's nice. That's nice. That's fun. I can see that. But yeah, I'm just curious who like he would bring on. Like if he can just get some good filmmakers, and he pulls like a Kevin Feige in that way, where you can just bring on very talented people like a Ryan Coogler. I don't think Coogler would leave Marvel because I think they're going to give him Secret Wars after Wakanda Forever. It's probably going to become like one of the highest grossing Marvel movies ever. Um, I hope Kevin Feige realizes that like people like really don't like Taika Waititi either. So I could see him like going over the DC as well. I would hate that. I would truly hate if James Gunn and Taika Waititi are running DC, or not running, but like God, that would suck. That would suck so much. I would literally cry, but whatever. Hmm. Let's think, huh? Shoot. Trying to think who I would want. Again, I think you should bring Zach back. I think it would be a huge mistake to not have Zach in the show. About that getting a little. Just looking at the phone, looking at the time. It's on my computer too, but I'm probably gonna go for a little bit longer. So I'm gonna watch a movie with my dad. Um, but I'm trying to think of some. I just want to name a few guys I would like to talk. Like, I would like Vince Gilligan to potentially be able to do something bigger. I'm looking forward to his show. I don't know. I'd like to see him tackle like the big screen. You know, like just write and direct with. I like to see him in it, like do a superhero movie or a Star Wars movie. I think that'd be so cool. Or a Star Wars show, man. I don't think Vince Gilligan. I don't know if he's a fan of this stuff. I bet he's a nerd though. But I think seeing that guy do anything and like with something I love, like him doing a Star Wars, a Game of Thrones, or DC or Marvel, I think that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. I think that'd be one of the best shows or movies ever. But it is what it is. I need to catch up on Andor. I watched like the first 2 episodes of Tales of the Jedi today. Really good. I know we're gonna keep this more Warner Brothers based, but I just want to say if, for you, Harris, I'm a big fan of what I've seen from Tales of the Jedi, but I do need to finish Andor because I know I'm hearing great things. But we'll be done talking about Star Wars, and I think I'm gonna end it here. Little short live stream, just talk a little bit about these, of course, these awesome like House of the Dragon. Of course, I love the character of DC, and I love having Henry back, and I like the idea of seeing him more upbeat and more like traditional because I like to see what Henry can do with that. But again, I just love Zach's vision. But like Henry's saying, like there's gonna be more joy and hope. I'm like, even if they bring back Zach, um, I think they would go in a completely different direction with Justice League. I think there's a good chance there's like probably ink has already been written the second Gunn uh took over that Zach could be back. And I think the smart move would just be like, okay, you have all these crazy executives gone from DC and Warner Brothers, right? Um, Now it's like the first thing James Gunn can just do is like, all right, we're getting Zack Snyder. He's gonna finish his vision, and like it's just gonna be like I think you can have like two different type of universes going on. Like with the Batman stuff, I'd like to see some one-offs like with other characters, specifically like stuff in like the Joker department as well. Like, I think that could be an awesome thing. Just the Black film, like Black series films, you know. Because I'm excited for Joker 2 quite a bit. I'm happy that's not getting canned because I think the potential of that being a Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga musical, because we know Joaquin Phoenix has pipes, you know, from Walk the Line. If you haven't seen that movie, one of the best movies out there. I was just up late last night watching some like scenes from that movie. I might watch that actually tonight. Um, as Jerry Lee Lewis passed away, I believe, quite recently, which is sad. I think he died the other day. Could be wrong. Um, yeah, love that movie. But I would love to see that. I can't wait for the Joker 2. I think it's gonna be really good. And again, Batman 2, I'd like to see. I'd like to see like a movie from like Scarecrow. You know, uh, one I'd like to see him in the Pattinson universe, but I wouldn't mind just them doing a solo movie for Scarecrow. That'd be crazy. The guy who plays Vecna in Stranger Things. I think that's the popular fan cast right now. I think it's perfect. I think it's really perfect casting. Hey, buddy. Um, all right. I think that might do it though, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully we can start to get a lot more people to participate in the chat besides my man Harris. But that's okay. Um, I always love having a conversation with this man. But hopefully we can grow to a few more people, at least 10. All right, let's aim for that next time. All right, but hey guys, have a great rest of your night. Enjoy this Sunday, day of rest. You know, all right. I'll catch y'all very soon. Bye bye.